Leeds already 2-0 up here in a fantastic first half performance. Durame plays it through to Calvin Phillips. Phillips into Gudrun, the world's best strike. He scored again, Leonardo Gudrun. Burnley have already put one back in this second half and they're going in search of a second. Yeah, Pedro's in again. Pedro, it's a poor save and wins and it's 3-2. Burnley on the comeback. 95 minutes have been played. The ball's in. Lagabi is through. Lagabi, surely he can't. He can. Burnley have equalised from 3-0 to 3-3. Incredible. Viewers. 3-0 up! 3-0 up we were! Unbelievable. Talk about throwing away a win. Hello viewers, welcome to another FM20 episode of my Leeds Save. I hope this finds you all very well at the start of this Monday week. Lots and lots to get through this week. Looking forward to it immensely because hopefully we'll be on a good thing. I say a good thing, we were 3-0 up against Burnley, as you saw from the intro, and then ended up throwing away 3-3. I don't really want to talk about it. We then went and beat Tottenham Hotspur 3-0 in the Europa League, and we also beat Brighton 2-1 in the Premier League to regain a little bit of pride. And then we went and lost to Reading in the Carabao Cup third round. So, pride restored. We also got a 1-0 win against Everton since the last time we met, which was against Chelsea. I did originally say I was going to come back for that Burnley game. Glad I didn't now, because you would have seen me get very angry. Reason for that is that the Europa League group, not really that much in the way of excitement. We got Trabzonspor, we got Mol, and we got Lokomotiv Moscow. No offence meant if you're a fan of those clubs, but it's not exactly screaming out to me Champions League teams, is it? So instead what I've decided to do is we're going to go for Tottenham Hotspur, who are currently sat in first in the Premier League. Yeah, that's right, Spurs are in first. Make all the jokes now. I'm not going to, I'm going to rise above it. I thought it would be nice to have a Europa League game, so I thought let's host Mould. I wonder if John Moss is refereeing. Mould, Moss. Are they the same thing? Should have made a joke about my fridge. There's loads in my fridge that's mouldy. In amongst the inconsistencies, one man has cheered me up, and that man is Leonardo Gudrun. He's got 5 goals this season, 1 in the Europa League before anyone says anything, 4 though in the Premier League in 6 appearances. The lad is very much in a good way right now, and you can tell he's growing into an absolutely stupendous striker, which is how I always knew he would be. So to the naysayers, this is his year. This is his year, provided he doesn't get injured. And funnily enough, he is. He's carrying a slight knot, but I've got injuries everywhere. Calvin Phillips is injured, Jamie Shackleton is injured, Marcus Vinicius is injured, Ruben Vinagre is injured, Gilberto Antonio is injured, Luis Mendoza is injured, as is Adelio. So all is well in the camp. But hopefully these are only small injuries that the guys can play through. And I'm going to take the gamble today against Spurs because let's just face it, it's worth it if we can get a win here. Because we're currently sat in a not too bad 7th position. You can tell only 5 points off the lead. More importantly, only 1 point off the current Champions League places. Yes, it's only 7 games in. And yes, Romelu Lukaku has got 5 goals. Kuchen's only got 4. We don't worry about that though. Ignore it. So, the lineup today then is Winst in goal, Deiters, Popov, Pavlovic and Collins as the back four. And you've got Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips and Adams who's going to be started today. Cameron Adams hasn't really had that much of a look in recently, but I feel that he could play quite well in that Mazzala role, so he's going to step in today. Durame's on the left, Corneo, who's been very good so far, is on the right hand side, and of course the big man up front, Leonardo Gudrun, will be leading the line. It's absolutely roasting in here. It's the hottest day of the year, and it's making me feel hot, and not in a good way. Look at their team then, Spurs have still got a lot of very good players. They've got Demiral is good, Alvarez is good, Bentancur, Lo Celso, Valverde, Harry Kane's playing on the left. Okay, I think we can maybe cope with Harry Kane playing on the left. But then they got Troy Parrott up front, who's nearly just as good at this point in the game, which is ridiculous. And of course they've got this guy, Van den Beek, out on the right hand side, who is easily one of the best right wingers in the game. Is he as good as Corneo? Probably. But it all comes down to performance, and hopefully he can put the performance in today. I'm going to say we owe Spurs after what happened in our last match. As we all know, it was against an old top 6 team. Therefore, we probably got beaten. Especially last year, because last year we were shit. Right, off we go. I could really do with a win here at Ellen Road. Our form at Ellen Road actually hasn't been that good. It's been the form away from home that's been a little bit better, in all honesty. So this is going to be a big, big ask of the boys. Hopefully, though, we can get off to a decent start. As Corneo on the ball here. Flies down that right-hand side. That surely was a penalty. Corneo tees it, back post. Darame! Gets his third goal of the season. It's a bright start for Leeds. Get in Darame. Of course it's Darame. And Corneo. I said, is he as good as Van den Beek on that right-hand side? He must have heard me because he's been playing brilliantly. Great stood-up ball to the back post. Darame, for a little man, gets so many headers. Get in. Get in. These are the games we never used to win. We start winning these, turns us from probably best of the rest into the best. You're simply the best. Give it to Jerome, he'll do the rest. Better than anyone. And Coutrin is a mess. He's not, he's amazing. It's been a very positive start from us here. Spurs have not had a shot on goal. They've had a little bit of the ball, but not loads. As Corneo whips the ball into the back post. Keeper's missed it. It's a penalty. Someone's fouled Coutrin. Of course, they're dirty, dirty bastards. Rodrigo Bentancur has fouled Coutrin, who's stepping up to take the kick. It's great that I don't know who's taking the kick. That's always good. Calvin Phillips buries it. Of course he does. Captain, fantastic. Played pretty much every minute of every game last year. He's so damn good. 2-0 to the Leeds. Tottenham are all over the place as the commentator. Correct. Yes, they are. Brilliant from Phillips. Great finish into that left-hand corner. This is what pot noodles and lots of beans and sausages on toast gets you. I mean, all the ladies are probably swooning now. If anyone's swooning, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much. Darame into Coutrin. Coutrin beats his man. Great finish. Great finish. Come on, mate. Don't embarrass me on camera. Don't embarrass yourself on camera. You got this. I've decided this year I'm not going to focus too much on like what the table looks like. I'm literally just going to sit there and not worry about that. What I'm thinking about more than anything is I'm just sat there thinking we can only control what we can control. So as long as we win our games, we let everyone else do whatever it is that they need to do in the background. We just take care of ourselves. That is how I'm looking at it this year. As I think, oh my god, Blackburn have got a guy called Jay Jonas. 2-0 to Leeds at half time. It's been impressive. Passionately say, I'm very happy with the way things are. Keep it up, lads. Troy Parrott's gone off. Dele Alli has gone into the left midfield, and Harry Kane is going up front, playing at 6.4 at the moment. It's very not often that you see that. Very not often. It's just not often, Mike. Calvin, brilliant ball to Darame, who's given them an absolute run around all the day. Darame hits it. It's a great save by Porze, who tees it over the bar. Tees it? Touches it over the bar. Been absolutely brilliant we have today. Absolutely majestic. Corneo whips the ball in, and it's over to Lo Celso. Lo Celso on it here. Incredible. We've just absolutely battered them here. It could genuinely have been 3 or 4 so far. It's been a really impressive performance from the men in white. The one thing that I really need now is a Coutrin goal. I mean, what I also didn't need was Collins getting himself injured. I'm going to bring on Andy Harwood. For those that don't remember Andy Harwood, I bought him in a few seasons ago as a kind of like potential player. Bought him in from Hammarby for £3 million. And we look at him now. He's growing quite well. He's growing into a very good player at 20 years old as well. He's listed for loan, but I'm tempted to keep him here if I'm honest. And they're playing around with it a lot here, Spurs, and we're right on the front foot as Porze hits the ball out to Cesar Augusto. That's actually very, very good, to be fair, which is a bit annoying. I'm concerned they're going to score here, and it's going to ruin my clean sheet. Ethan Laird, that is absolutely woeful. It's a woeful effort from Ethan Laird. If that is the best that Spurs have managed to muster, they'll never win the Premier League. But to be fair, we all knew that anyway, because it's Spurs. I never get tired of making Spurs jokes, and I won't stop. And I can't stop, and we won't stop. Don't you know it's Leeds that beat Spurs the shite? That doesn't really work. Anyway, we've won 2-0. Passionately say no one gave us a chance, lads. Absolutely smashed them off the park. What a performance. It's only good that we got Liverpool up after mould, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Title contract at 3 to 4 weeks. Add that to the list of Calvin Phillips, Shackleton, Coutrin, Adelio, Gilberto Antonio, Mendoza. Brilliant. It's not like I have that many players. It's fine. Never underestimate the power of Football Manager to give you an injury crisis every week. So, it's Mould up next. it doesn't sound the most appetising thing in the world, does it? Oh, up next we've got some mould. Everyone loves that. Scrape it off your bread. Just cut around it and you'll be absolutely fine. It won't hurt you. This is in no way a disclaimer that you should eat mould and say it's okay. It's not okay. It will probably make you quite ill. Got a slight problem here, viewers. The problem being, I haven't registered a lot of players here, so this is not ideal. Okay, viewers, so I got slight problems in the majority of areas here, if I'm honest, which is just half the team is unregistered, the other half that play is injured, so we've got a very makeshift lineup today. MikeRo's in goal, Vinegar is at left back, Vinagre, I know it's Vinagre, but I love salt and vinegar jokes. Antonio, Peterson, Thiago and Jamie Shackleton make up the rest of the back four. That's right, Jamie Shackleton's playing as a right back, so this is interesting. Masengo, Namoko are in the middle. Then you've got Shirky, Gilbert and Nelson supporting Marcus Vinicius, who's leading the line up front. It should still be enough to beat mould. It should still be enough to beat some mould. Assertively say, go out there and carry strength from what you did in the last match. None of you played in that match, but I hope you were watching the first team. To be fair, this team literally took apart Tottenham Hotspur, who are not a bad team, so ideally we should be winning this game quietly, quite comfortably, and hopefully without any injuries. That would be the best thing. We've made a decent start as Marcus Vinicius on the ball, plays it back to Peterson, Thiago. But I'm very much looking forward to watching grow over the next few years as Shackleton back to Peterson, Thiago, into Reece Nelson. Nelson there, giving the ball away, but he's managed to win it back. Well done, mate. That's a good fight. Well done. Nelson, don't shoot. There's a reason I got him for free, viewers, and the reason for that is that he's not very good. He is in real life, obviously. He's got lots and lots of potential, but in this, he's not really wowing me. Wow. Good ball there into Gilbert. Gilbert on the ball now. Runs against his man. Gilbert's played very well, actually. That's a great run. Tees at the back post. Reece Nelson has scored. I said that he wasn't very good a bit earlier. Now I'm feeling rather foolish. It's all brilliant, though, from Ignace Gilbert, the big man that we signed for a lot of money. Easing his way into the team now, and I have to say this is a very good bit of play from him. He just beats his man, could have gone for the penalty, but instead delivers a delicious ball to the back post. Keeper should probably save it. Probably. But we're 1-0 up within 20 minutes. Can't ask for more than that. Well, having said that, no matter how far up ahead I get, that Burnley game is just absolutely doing me over here in my head. I never feel safe. Namoko, what a goal by Barama Namoko. Him and Gilbert together works very, very nicely. It's just hard that they play in the same position, so it's hard to fit them in at the same time, but that's a lovely bit of play. Gilbert is literally dictating everything. He does well here to win the ball back. Just tease it in. Namoko, first time hit. Keeper is absolutely stranded. It's gone right down the middle of the goal, so something must have got in his eye line, you'd like to think. Well, 2-0 at the break. Very pleased. Can't argue with it. It's been very, very impressive. We've been very comfortable. Just absolutely bossed the game in every respect, and at the moment we're putting ourselves in a very good position to get ourselves promoted from this Europa League to get ourselves qualified from this Europa League group with minimal fuss. This second half has literally just flown by. There's been nothing to get excited about. Keeper's played at 7, so it's naturally made a lot of good saves in the second half. I've just not seen any of them to commentate on it for you. It's been a nice, comfortable game. 2 comfortable games today, and 2 2-0 wins. If we can rack up games like that before the end of the season, I'll be a very, very happy man. 2-0 to the Leeds. Our surge towards qualification from the Europa League continues. Wonderful. We won't be coming back for the local game. We'll probably come back for the game away at Villa Park and then hosting Tottenham Hotspur, which will probably see us get qualified from the Europa League. Hopefully then, we'll be in a very good step by that. You can see here, we've had a few hard fixtures to start the season, but here, after the Liverpool game, home to Southampton, away to Watford, I never win that. Away to West Ham, home to Fulham, away to Villa, home to Blackburn, then Bournemouth. Those are all very winnable games, and we could put ourselves in a very, very strong position if we pick up maximum points in all of those. You can tell now we're sat just outside the Champions League places. Bournemouth have made a good start, but you imagine they'll probably fall away at some point. Well, you'd hope so anyway. I'm feeling quite confident, considering we've had a very difficult start. This has been probably the best start we've made to a season since I made it into the Premier League. I'm very, very excited. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then drop a like on the video, share and subscribe. And until I see you again for another episode of the Leeds Save, take care of yourselves and stay cool. Champions League? Maybe.